In this video, we're going to talk about one of the most common struggles older adults face: fatigue. If you've been feeling worn out, even from simple tasks like walking around the house or carrying groceries, you're not alone. Many seniors across America experience the same thing, and it can be frustrating when your energy just doesn't match your spirit. We'll look at the real reasons behind this tiredness, everything from slower metabolism and sleep problems to emotional strain, medications, and chronic health conditions. Before we start, I'd love to know, do you often feel tired during the day? Just write yes or no in the comments below. And if you have a personal tip or habit that helps you boost your energy, please share it too. Your experience might be exactly what another senior needs to hear today. Reason 1: Slower metabolism. As we grow older, one of the biggest changes in our bodies is the natural slowing down of metabolism. Metabolism is simply the way your body turns food into energy. When you were in your 20s or 30s, you probably noticed that you could eat more, move more, and still feel energetic. You could spend the whole day working, running errands, maybe even enjoying an evening out, and still wake up the next morning ready to go again. But now, that same energy doesn't come so easily. Tasks that once felt simple, like climbing stairs, bending down to pick something up, or carrying laundry, can feel heavier and leave you needing to rest sooner. This change doesn't mean you're weak. It's simply how the body adapts with age. We lose some muscle mass over time, our hormones shift, and our body begins to conserve energy more carefully. That's why you might notice fatigue showing up even in situations where it didn't before. It can feel frustrating, but it's important to understand that this is not your fault, it's a natural part of aging. The good news is, you can work with your body instead of against it. One helpful step is to eat smaller, balanced meals more often during the day. This keeps your energy steady without overwhelming your digestion. Think about simple, nourishing foods: oatmeal in the morning, a bowl of vegetable soup for lunch, or a piece of grilled fish with soft cooked vegetables for dinner. Staying hydrated is also key, because even a little dehydration can make fatigue worse. Most importantly, be kind to yourself. Slowing down is not a sign of failure, it's a sign of wisdom. Your body has carried you through decades of life, and it deserves patience. Save your energy for what matters most: spending time with family, enjoying your hobbies, or simply finding peace in the little moments each day. Reason 2: Sleep disturbances. Another major reason many older adults feel drained during the day is poor sleep. You've probably noticed that as the years go by, sleep doesn't come as easily as it used to. Maybe you struggle to fall asleep at night, or you find yourself waking up too early in the morning and lying there, wishing you could rest just a little longer. Some people describe their sleep as light, as if they never reached the deep, refreshing rest they once had. And when your nights feel broken or restless, your days naturally feel heavier. This change in sleep patterns often happens because our internal body clock, known as the circadian rhythm, starts to shift with age. That's why you might find yourself getting sleepy earlier in the evening and waking earlier in the morning. On top of that, stress, health issues, or even certain medications can interrupt your ability to stay asleep. And let's be honest, when you're tossing and turning all night, even simple tasks the next day can feel overwhelming. But here's the encouraging part: small changes can make a big difference. Creating a relaxing bedtime routine can help your body recognize it's time to wind down. Something as simple as drinking a warm cup of chamomile tea, reading a light-hearted book, or listening to soft music can prepare your mind for rest. Keeping a regular schedule, going to bed and waking up around the same time every day, also helps reset your body clock. It's also wise to avoid heavy meals, caffeine, or alcohol in the hours before bed, since these can disrupt sleep. Try to limit screen time in the evening as well, because the blue light from phones and tablets can trick your brain into staying awake. Even improving your sleep by just 30 minutes can make the next day feel more manageable. When you begin to give your body the rest it truly needs, you'll notice that your energy, mood, and focus start to return little by little. Reason 3: Lack of exercise. It's natural to think that resting more will help when you're tired, but the truth is, too much sitting or lying down often makes fatigue worse. Our bodies were designed to move, and when we don't, muscles weaken, joints stiffen, and blood circulation slows down. This can leave you feeling heavy, sluggish, and even more exhausted than before. Many older adults notice it when they stand up after sitting for a long time. The legs feel stiff, balance feels shaky, and it takes a moment before they can walk comfortably. When movement is missing from daily life, the body becomes less efficient at creating and using energy. Without regular activity, it's harder to carry oxygen and nutrients to the muscles and brain, which means even small efforts, like walking across the room or bending down, can feel like hard work. That's why inactivity and fatigue often go hand in hand. But the good news is you don't need intense workouts or gym memberships to bring your energy back. Gentle, consistent movement makes a real difference. Try standing up every half hour, stretching your arms, rolling your shoulders, or simply taking a short walk around your home. Even 5 minutes of light movement can get the blood flowing and wake up your muscles. Walking outside is especially helpful. The combination of fresh air, natural light, and gentle exercise boosts not only physical energy but also mood and mental clarity. If walking is difficult, chair-based exercises or water aerobics are wonderful low-impact alternatives. The most important part is consistency, doing a little bit every day. Think of exercise not as a chore but as a gift you're giving to yourself. Moving your body, even gently, helps you feel more alive, more stable, and more in control. Over time, you'll notice that simple activities feel easier again, and your energy doesn't run out quite so quickly. Reason 4: Emotional strain. Not all tiredness comes from the body, sometimes it comes from the heart and mind. Emotional strain is a powerful cause of fatigue, and many older adults carry heavy burdens that quietly drain their energy. Maybe it's the stress of worrying about your family, the sadness of losing close friends, or the feeling of loneliness when the house feels too quiet. Years of caregiving, raising children, or standing by loved ones through hard times also leave their mark. These experiences shape you, but they can also weigh you down in ways that rest alone cannot fix. Emotional fatigue is different from physical tiredness. It can feel like a constant heaviness inside, a lack of motivation, or even a loss of joy in things you once loved. You might get through the day, but deep down, you know you're running on empty. And the tricky part is, unlike a sore muscle, this type of exhaustion is invisible. Others might not notice it, but you feel it every single day. The first step to healing this is acknowledging it. There's no weakness in admitting you're carrying too much, it's an act of strength. Talking to someone you trust, whether it's a friend, family member, or even a counselor, can release some of the pressure. If speaking feels difficult, journaling your thoughts or writing letters you never have to send can give your emotions a safe place to rest. It also helps to fill your days with small, soul-nourishing moments. Listen to music that stirs your heart, spend time in nature where the breeze and birdsong remind you that life is still beautiful, or pick up simple hobbies like knitting, gardening, or painting that give your mind peace. Even connecting with others through a book club, community group, or a simple chat with a neighbor can restore a sense of belonging. Most importantly, remind yourself daily that you deserve joy and calm simply because you exist. Self-compassion is not selfish, it's essential. When you treat yourself with the same kindness you've always given to others, your spirit begins to heal, and with it, your energy slowly returns. Reason 5: Vitamin and mineral deficiencies. Another hidden reason behind constant tiredness is a lack of essential vitamins and minerals. As we age, the body doesn't absorb nutrients as efficiently as it once did. Even if you're eating fairly well, you might not be getting enough of certain key nutrients like iron, vitamin B12, folate, or vitamin D. These aren't just extras, they are the building blocks your body uses to create energy, keep your mind sharp, and maintain a strong immune system. When these nutrients are low, fatigue can creep in quietly. Low iron, for example, can leave you feeling weak because your blood isn't carrying enough oxygen to your tissues. Low vitamin B12 may cause not just tiredness, but also memory problems or trouble concentrating. Vitamin D deficiency can bring on muscle weakness and low mood, especially in older adults who don't get much sunlight. The result is a constant, nagging tiredness that doesn't go away with sleep or rest. The good news is, this type of fatigue can often be improved once the deficiency is found and treated. A simple blood test from your doctor can identify if your levels are too low. Depending on the results, your doctor may suggest supplements or small changes in diet to bring things back into balance. For example, spinach, lentils, and lean meats are rich in iron, salmon, eggs, and whole grains provide B vitamins, and sunlight, along with fatty fish or fortified dairy, helps raise vitamin D. Nuts and seeds, like almonds or pumpkin seeds, are also wonderful for energy support. Think of food as fuel for your body, but also as nourishment for your overall well-being. Choosing colorful, wholesome meals doesn't just support your health, it makes eating enjoyable and meaningful. Pair this with staying well hydrated, because water helps your body absorb nutrients more effectively. Addressing nutrient gaps can be life-changing. What once felt like just old age tiredness might actually be your body asking for a little extra support. With the right balance, you can regain strength, mental clarity, and a brighter outlook on daily life. Reason 6: Medication side effects. For many older adults, medications are a normal part of daily life. Whether it's for blood pressure, diabetes, arthritis, or other health concerns, these medicines are often necessary to keep the body stable. But what's less talked about is how some of these very medications can quietly drain your energy. Fatigue, drowsiness, or mental fog are common side effects, and when you're taking more than one prescription, the effects can build up and feel overwhelming. Think about how you feel after starting a new pill or changing a dose. Maybe you notice yourself feeling unusually sluggish in the afternoon, or waking up groggy and heavy even after a full night's sleep. Sometimes the body adjusts, but other times, the tiredness lingers. Drugs like beta blockers for blood pressure, antidepressants, allergy medicines, or pain relievers can all contribute to this kind of fatigue. It's important to remember that this isn't your fault, it's your body responding to what it's given. And the solution is not to stop your medications on your own. Instead, the best step is to talk openly with your doctor or pharmacist about how you're feeling. They may adjust the timing of when you take your medicine, lower the dose, or switch you to an alternative that has fewer side effects. Even small changes, like taking a drowsy-making pill at night instead of in the morning, can make a big difference in how you feel throughout the day. Keeping a simple journal of your symptoms can also help. Write down when you take your medications and how your energy feels afterward. This gives your healthcare provider clear information to work with. At the same time, supporting your body with healthy food, hydration, light movement, and good sleep habits helps build resilience against side effects. Managing medication fatigue is about finding balance, not just keeping your condition under control, but also making sure you still feel alive and able to enjoy the day. With the right adjustments, you can reclaim much of the energy that feels lost. Reason 7: Chronic illnesses. Chronic illnesses are another major reason why fatigue becomes a daily struggle in older age. Conditions like diabetes, thyroid problems, arthritis, heart disease, COPD, or kidney issues all affect the way your body creates and uses energy. Unlike short-term tiredness that improves after a good night's sleep, this type of fatigue can linger day after day, sometimes changing in intensity without warning. For example, diabetes can cause sudden swings in blood sugar that leave you feeling drained. An underactive thyroid slows down your metabolism, making you feel sluggish and foggy. Heart disease can limit how much oxygen your blood carries to your muscles, so even simple activities like walking across the room feel like climbing a hill. Arthritis doesn't just bring pain, it can discourage you from moving, which leads to stiffness and even more exhaustion. These illnesses take a toll not just on the body, but also on the mind, because you never quite know when your energy will run out. This unpredictability can be frustrating. You might wake up one morning ready to tackle your to-do list, only to find yourself wiped out by midday. It's important to understand that this is not a sign of laziness or weakness, it's your body's way of signaling its limits. And the best response is to manage these conditions with care, patience, and support. Regular checkups with your doctor are essential. Monitoring blood sugar. Most of all, allow yourself grace. Living with chronic illness means pacing yourself and celebrating the small victories, like a good walk, a day with less pain, or even a peaceful nap. Energy may not always be consistent, but with the right care and mindset, you can still find moments of strength and joy. We've walked through many of the hidden reasons behind fatigue in older age: slower metabolism, poor sleep, lack of movement, emotional strain, nutrient deficiencies, medication side effects, and chronic illnesses. And maybe as you listened, you recognized yourself in one or more of these. If so, I want you to know something important: you are not broken, and you are not alone. Fatigue is not a weakness, it is your body's way of asking for care and attention. So my question for you is this: what's one thing you've learned today that you can start practicing? Maybe it's drinking more water, adding a short walk, or simply allowing yourself rest without guilt. Please share your takeaway in the comments below. Not only will it remind you to take action, but it may also inspire someone else who feels just like you. Thank you for spending this time with me. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so we can continue these heart-to-heart talks. Remember, you still have strength, you still have joy ahead, and your best days can include more energy than you realize. I'll see you next time.